here. Let me see if I can. No more. Great.
All right, guys, tonight we've got something different, but we need to start this thing off properly. So here we go. It's our new intro for the show. You ready for it? That's right. I said, are you ready? Because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, TCT BNL, that's me, proudly brings to you our soon to be world famous live feed, the No Lag Zone. And now that I pissed off my neighbors, I'm good. All right, guys, there is a pinned comment up at the top. I really don't have much planned for tonight other than to talk about a couple things. So if you'd like to join us for an open mic night, click that link. I'll get you in here. First one who jumped in was our boy Iron Wings, 3 of the 187th. So still, we'll be talking to him a little bit. We'll go through the roll call and get to the fun. All right, Iron Wings, you claim first, my brother. Will, how are you, man? Doing good out there? And my boy Bill Rivers. Bill, you're gonna like tonight. You really are, man. Because there's King Ginger. All right, we're gonna start this one off, and this is one thing I really wanted to talk about, and I found it funny. You guys know my love for Gerber. I've never hit it on my channel. I've reviewed a lot of their blades, taken a lot of heat for it. I don't care. But when I saw their brand new Affinity, when it had the choice for a copper scale, and it's got D2 steel on a reasonably affordable blade, I had to pull the trigger. Okay, let's get rid of one and bring in another. Hold on, boys. He'll be back in when he's in. Vato, hold on, man. I got to do something for you. So one moment, then we're going to get to the fun. One moment, Vato. Simply because, Vato, my brother, you have been a strong supporter. You've been a great guy. You have seriously been just awesome coming into stuff. Where is it? Come on, come on. Here we go. There we are. Vato, say something, bro. Put another comment in there. I think you're going to like what you're going to see. Okay. So, like I said, I decided to get the Affinity, but 1 month when I ordered it, and I had to badger them to even get it shipped. Iron Wings, brother, it's okay. It happens, man. So, like I said, now, Vato, man, like I said, you've been a strong supporter, and seeing how that internet bully cruise won't take care of you, I got you, amigo. I got you. But the part that really gets me, and it makes me wonder if it's a real copper scale or if it's copper plating. Of course. Can you see those scratches right there? Sir, if you look right by the thumb stud, you should be able to see scratches. Yeah. So when I'm seeing silver on there, let's see if we can get it back up. Right there. See that silver down there? I shouldn't be seeing that. If that's true copper, I shouldn't be seeing it. Plus the fact the patina on it already, this is seriously fresh out of the box. This arrived yesterday. And there's another good view on those scratches. That copper shouldn't be that much patina if it's only been handled from the manufacturer, put in the box, and mailed. Now, what's really funny, and I can't blame Gerber for this, those scratches right there are right above where they had it in the box. They had it zip tied. Now, it arrived, but man, it looked like it got beat to dog crap on the way over. Gerber refunded me my purchase. What was really hilarious is 2 weeks after I ordered it, now I understand, all right? let's get this out there. I understand with Christmas time, the post office and everything, I understand everything under the sun is delayed. If it's in their reserve line, like the Gerber Sedulo was when I ordered that, I expected a long wait time. When I got in the whole Downwind series, I didn't even know it shipped from Gerber. I never got a shipping notice. So we'll get him back in. He pops in, and it ain't no big deal. Like I said, it's an open mic night, but still. Like I said, for the Downwind series, I didn't even get a shipping notice. I've had Gerber cancel other orders on me because it sat in queue for too long. So after 2 weeks, I sent them an email. And I'm like, dude, what's up? And they're like, well, it's still sitting out there. Well, just be patient. Another 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, hey, look, why don't you cancel my order? Miraculously, the day I said cancel my order is the day Gerber shipped the item. And one of their customer service reps went, oh, hey, we're going to refund your money. We're really sorry this happened to you, so you're going to get this for free. It spent 4 days telling me shipping notice, label created. And then all of a sudden it updated and it got here from across the country in less than a day. So be careful with Gerber. And that's going to be in my latest review, is just be careful, because I'm getting really tired of some of their stuff. It's really weird how I can go right to Amazon, get it Prime next day at a cheaper rate than from Gerber and their 15% off little coupon that they give. But still, that's my rant on Gerber. It's going to be in my next review. It came fairly sharp, and I like the fact that you can move that thumb stud. I really like that. I like the black and the copper. I thought it was a unique look to it. That's why I really wanted to have it. So, yeah. But what do you guys think? I know, Bill, you said it looks copper, plated. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's a real piece of copper, or do you think plated like I do? Because, like I said, that patina
All
on
right.
there.
Hear me, bro?
Oh, I hear you. I'm just going to keep rolling because you never know when you're going to drop
All
off in
right,
a
you're
second.
coming in a little laggy, but yeah, no, it's not jumping off. It was I managed to get the Wi-Fi working finally.
Nice.
Just had to sit right by my freaking cleaning supplies, right by the router.
Yeah, and Will, I agree. Plated. It seriously looks plated, and that's going to really, really come up in my review. It really is. I'm really pissed off about it. The big, huge point, copper scale. I thought it was cool as crap. The patina that you could develop on it when you're carrying it. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I stole my boy Jersey Joe's rant for a little bit. He's either at work or getting off work, so he'll be fine. Oh, my God. So, guys, we've got Christmas coming up quick. I hope all of you have got your Christmas stuff done. If you have a wife and haven't gotten a gift by now, don't do a gift card. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Ripkin, what's going on, man? But the other thing I wanted to throw out there for you guys. Actually, G. Lou, it's an open mic night, and he clicked the link. I have no problem. Come on in. So we're just gonna, when he comes in, he talks. We're not really interviewing. It's just getting stuff out there tonight. And see, doesn't it, to you, Bill, doesn't it add a different look to it? See, he keeps popping in and out. Here, let me remove that one. And let's add that one and see how he stays in. Yeah, like I said, Bill, doesn't it give that different look? And like I said, the copper and the black? Yeah. And G. Lou, speaking to you, what, 6 days, bro? Not that I really want a Monday to get here, but I really, really want this Monday to get here. All this hype, all this anticipation. And no, this is not a G. Lou night, even though I am wearing light side, which is one of your best scents you have ever created. That's all I'm going to say. But like I was saying, just the copper and the black. That I thought looked really, really cool, And yeah, Bill, way better. I mean, seriously, way better. Oh, Will, that bone saw, I should be filming that video here really, really soon. I really appreciate the antlers you sent, bro. And yeah. Okay. In oil original slicks in pomade apple slicks. Hands down, one of my best ones ever from. I really love it. I love the apple cider, the apple pie smell that it has. It is just amazing. And Western Ram, I hardly ever do this, like especially in alive if I'm not having Johnny Slicks on. And sorry, I just been wearing the hat today. I didn't take it off before the feed. Use my channel name for a discount code. You will save yourself some of your hard-earned cash. But seriously, apple slicks, hands down favorite. Bro, it's cool. Don't worry. Hang out in the chat. Like I said, I only had a couple things I wanted to throw out, especially this next one, because I really truly wanted your guys' feedback. Because I found it interesting. It caused me to have a conversation with my son, which hey, you guys know how those usually go. Usually results in me beating my head on the wall. And yeah. So here we go. I got this random comment on a video this week. And it basically said, I truly beeping hate it when you sit and go, meaning YouTube reviewers, please hit that thumbs up. It's only going to help trigger the algorithm. And this made me think because when I first started doing videos, I was asking 3 or 4 times a video, hey, please make sure to subscribe. You know, it's only going to help the channel. It's only going to do this, only going to do that. Not a problem, brother. Bob Ross, how you doing, man? But like I was saying, you know, I used to ask 3, 4 times a video, hey, please subscribe. And I know it was really, really getting to people. E-Rock, how are you? But I mean, I'm kind of curious on your guys' thing because I know that there's been channels I've been watching for a while. Like before I subscribed to Swag. Yeah, I know. Easy. I've been watching them for a while. And yeah, I hadn't been subscribed. Steven. Oh, yeah. Hey, we're gonna talk about you later. What you did recently, we're gonna talk about you. Congrats, man. So I'm kind of curious. Does it upset you guys as people who absorb YouTube content if the creator goes, hey, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, or they go, hey, make sure to do the usual YouTube thing, like, share, subscribe? Does it offend you? You know? And you know what? I used to do it at the beginning, the middle, and the end because I wanted to catch them right away and go, okay, here, let me knock this out the way. Then I did it in the middle as a reminder, and I did it in the end as part of my usual little wrap up. But then I smoothed that down to just the end. Yeah, that's the thing where I'm asking, you know, is it an ice or an F bomb? You know, what's your opinions? That kind of thing. Love you, Bob Ross. You're awesome, man. Okay, doesn't bother you. Hey, I get that. That's cool. You know, because it was funny. My son even uttered the comment. He goes, "Yeah, I really hate it when I like how he puts it. He goes, the EA," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah, you know that video game company that makes all those sporting games." I'm like, "Oh, you're talking about EA Sports?" And he made mention that he hates that every single year they release a brand new game, the MLB The Show, you know, 2020, 2021, 20 whatever. Oh, we're going to touch on that in a moment, Rock. We really are. Whoo. Yeah, no, I get it because it seems like you're begging. I get that, Steven. I seriously do. But it's funny. He even made mention that he hates how EA Sports releases the same game every year. I'm like, well, they do little tweaks, they do improvements, new stadiums, new players, players switch teams, players get called up, players retire. I'm like, yeah, I'm such a geek. I've been playing MLB The Show since I think they first created it in 2005. But that's when I first picked it up, was 2005. But I mean, does that even get to you guys? Are you guys like the geek like I am who goes, yes, I want this, I want this, I want this? And by the way, if anyone wants to join, click the pinned comment. We're having an open mic night. I don't know how long tonight's going to go. If you want to hop in, hop in. And yes, guys, please meet our newest mod on the channel. He likes to collect wrenches, so I had to take care of my boy, Vato. Okay, so seeing how E-Rock brought it up, maybe it's just me, but it seems like in 2021, the level of trolling online has seriously increased. I love it when somebody goes out there and does something stupid like, I don't know here, like, you know, they're doing a review on this ring and they're talking about how great it is, how wonderful it is. You put it on, it's going to be like, your manhood's going to grow 80 inches. You're going to date supermodels. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And then you respond, you go, dude, come on, get real. And everyone starts to scream drama, points a finger right at you. Is it just me, or you guys noticed how that has kind of increased? You know? And I agree, because my boy Jersey Joe last night, he talked about it in one of his strolling to work live feeds that he does on Instagram. Somebody reported 6 of his rant videos as hate speech. Why? Why not just not watch? You know, I almost reacted to something a couple weeks ago, and I talked to some people about it, and they talked me out of being stupid. You know, Dan, how you doing, brother? But I'm like, why can't anybody just move on? Why do you have to do an 18-hour thing about you're stupid, you're retarded, I literally can do this? And I'm like, great, go do whatever. But you see, that's the worst part. The worst part. All you got to do, it seems like, is click that little button and you're automatically guilty of it until you prove yourself innocent. It's like nobody takes a look, nobody goes and reviews the material in question. They just sit and they go, hate speech, hate speech, hate speech. We have to get rid of it. And I'm like, if you watch Joe, he doesn't attack people. He'll say what's on his mind and he moves on. Boom. I mean, seriously. Like, it's really weird. 2020, everybody was like, we're going to get through this pandemic. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through everything. And then 2021 seems to be like the year of the troll. And I'm like, do we have that little time on our hands, or people doing whatever? I'm like, there's somebody out there right now I don't like. I don't watch his channel. I don't associate with him. I don't deal with him because it's not worth it. It's just not, you know? And, there's the part that gets me. Okay. E-Rock, I grew up in that time. All right. I've said this before, and it's the God's honest truth. My mom used to beat me with the Bible while quoting scripture to me in syllabolic terms. And if you've ever gotten a parent who spanked you that way with the "Why are you making me do?" It's an interesting experience. See, there's the man right there. You guys ever are having a bad day? Tune into a Weatherbeard thing. Tune into a Weatherbeard. He's got those dulcet jazz tones. He's dressed down in, like, Corey, I love you, but it's like the grandpa sweater. And he's just like, hey, I'm over here making happy little beard washes. Love Bob Ross. He's friggin' awesome. But I mean, the one thing that I liked about that was I was more afraid of my mother than I was the police. I was praying if I did something wrong and I got arrested, I wouldn't have to call her because I knew what was going to happen when I got home. Now, granted, I didn't do everything perfectly, but the things that I thought about doing that I shouldn't have done saved me from a butt whooping because I was afraid of the Bible. You know? Whew. I just I I live in Washington State, and Steven's gonna get this because he's in the same area that I am. If I got it right, Steven, you're maybe an hour top away from me, Up here, I can go in Walmart and just snap for a second, and I'm going to have Child Protective Services called on me. And if you know my kids, they like to push buttons, push buttons, push buttons, push buttons, and you're like, just stop. And all of a sudden, I'm abusing my kids, you know, and I don't get it. Yeah, see, I knew you weren't that far, dude. Really, you're really not that far. Zarate, how you doing, brother? Always great to see you in here. And I mean, Corey, dude, I got to be honest with you. I've never heard anybody talk any crap about you ever. You know, you're one of those business owners that somebody can sit and go, well, smoke cherry sucks, which, I would never say because it's one of my favorites. But you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Hey, have you tried this one? You don't let it affect you. And there's times I wish, I've actually written it down. I'm like, be more like Bob Ross. Because I've been working hard this year not to make the same mistakes that I've made before. That's cost me an awful, awful lot. Like reaching out to people and going, hey, I need a ruling. So, yeah. Dude. I this is gonna sound so bad. The cuteness factor had to go get the C tests. Okay. Somebody in her school got exposed. And my first thought was, dear God, I hope she doesn't have it. But if she does, and I looked at everything that I've made, I'm like, I'm set for 2 weeks. I'm good. You know? Whew. Primo, are you done, bro? I know you had Mike on it. Oh, by the way, your intro tonight. I'm just saying, you got my old internet, Primo, so you can keep it. That's all I'm gonna say. And Cruz, seriously, this is live, so no one can say I'm talking crap. Brother, I love you. You're awesome. I really hope you don't have the big C, and I hope you just got a flu. So if you got the flu, bro, take the old Irish remedy, take a shot of Jameson's, take a shot of NyQuil. You're gonna sleep like a drunken baby with his binky soaked in freaking NyQuil. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, what do we got here? Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. I agree. Whew. But yeah, so that's just the weird stuff. I mean, bro, like I told you, that's just English for whiskey warmed up on the stove. That's it. It's just hot whiskey with a couple of little things added to it. But no, just do the whiskey. That's all I'm gonna say. Just do the whiskey. I know you probably don't drink and do whatever, but yeah. And yeah, dude, you're right. I love how you put a dad look. I've got that dad voice where they instantly know that it's gone from being happy dad to we better, Sierra Tango Foxtrot uniform. Shut the fuck up. Real quick. It's that dad voice. Ooh, they get it. They get it. Dude, really, on a live? Come on. It's a family show, Vato. Family show. Come on, man. Family. That's all I'm saying. Healthy, bro. Were you able to get an appointment? Were you able to get in, get tested? Was it one of those rapid things? Because that's not something to mess around with. And speaking of those big C things, for everybody out there, I've been able to talk to Big Man Bearded. He's been able to stand. He's doing his rehab. He's hoping to be out of there soon. So his spirits are really high. He's feeling pretty good, and I found it funny. He didn't even know if he was going to live or die. And he's already demanding to be on my show when he gets out to talk about it. So I thought that was really, really interesting. Oh, dude, praying for you, Primo. Now, I'm going to pick on you for Mom Cruise, okay? Just a moment. I want everybody to hear this. I'm going to do it live. I hope you don't have it, but if you vanish off Tuesday for a little bit, I'm good. That's all I'm saying. I'm good. What doctor did you go to so I can call, make a bribe, and go, keep him locked up for a couple weeks? No, I better not do that. I know you. You'll go live every day. You better be healthy. Healthy. Like I said, nothing but respect. You know I love you, Primo. Nothing but respect. Yeah, I saw that, bro. I think people are using that system and doing ugly things with it. I really, truly do. Really, truly do. But oh man. So anywho, like I said, you guys got all your Christmas stuff squared away? Because like thankfully before Black Friday even hit, we were done. You know, all the presents are bought, everything's ready. I've got, the whole Santa tracker for my kids, like I do every single year, so they can see the fat man leaving the North Pole and doing his worldwide thing. And yeah, we're invisible. Oh, I'll buy one. Oh, also buy one. Hey, stranger, how you been? In my opinion on it, I'm gonna put it like this. This is just me. Elizabeth Warren and Spartacus, who've been double vaxxed and boosted, came down with it. So, I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah. But on the funnier side, I was showing this to Iron Wings earlier. So we got a new training sword for the house. I saw it in a video from I think the channel's called Hard to Hurt, and they were testing out weird little home defense things. And he got one of those little mini bucklers from Cold Steel. It's like a small plastic shield, okay? And he had this in there. So I looked it up, fair price point, got it. According to Amazon, this is currently sitting in Seattle in their warehouse, but this was delivered yesterday. But according to the tracking number, it's still sitting in Seattle. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the easiest way I can put it. Seriously, the easiest way. Well, Martha, don't you pretty much have an empty house this year? I mean, not trying to sound like an ass, but you know where I'm going. Oh, bro, that's just a little bit of what I've got around the house. Just a little bit. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Between tomahawks and fixed blades sitting right near me. And I don't want to talk about folding blades, but still. For all you homies in Cell Block C, what's up, Shaky? Oh, oh, dude. I've that's why I posted that little thing a little bit ago about stop watching that tracking number because it's in God's hands now. Because it kind of is. I don't even know what's going on. My poor mail carrier, he's running like freaking just ragged rabbit on fire. Our post office is making them deliver twice a day, packages first thing in the morning and every other bit of mail in the afternoon. It was really funny when I got honey from Vinny P. Yes, he has a honey. He has a bee aviary. Texas honey. I want that. Started making some mead of it. He pulled up to the bus stop and I'm out there with my girls. He's like, "Here, I'll be back later." And I'm like, "Love you too, Eric. You cool?" New step boy. We'll talk later. Well, see, that's the weird thing, man. People are out there just watching and grabbing stuff, and that's another reason why I've dropped music from my intros. I used to have the Sanimals Fire theme, like a couple bars of it, as my intro music. And then I started thinking about I'm really not going to get hit with copyright strikes. So I had that removed. Yeah, I've got a lot more in that in this room, but those are right within arm's reach. Just saying. Oh wait, I forgot about a couple bad ones down there, but still. Anywho, they're just everywhere. See, Once again, Bob Ross, the man, the myth, the legend, leading the way. I just respect, bro. Oh, I will say, we're not going to have a guest next week. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do a live. Not sure. Um, I've got some heavy hitters lined up to start off January. And the second week of January, we're going to do a doubleheader. That one is really, really important. One of them, that's all I can say. We're going to have a very valued member of their team, and it's not going to be Johnny on to interview. That's right. We're going to talk about Johnny Slicks, but not have Johnny on the screen. Probably killing him, but you know. Boy toy. Okay. Too much personal, my friend. Too much personal. Okay, you got me beat, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I've only got maybe 20 within arm's reach, but over there on that pile are the other 290 some odd blades that I've reviewed so far. And let's not count about what's in other little weird areas. Come on. Hey, click the link, jackass. It's pinned. Come on in. It's an open mic night if you want to come in and just BS for a while. There's really no plans. I've talked about the big items that I want to talk about. I'm just hanging out with you guys for a little bit. So if you want on, click the pin link, bro. Come on in. Yeah. It's a real minor grab. It really truly is. That's why there's some people like Healthy, if he's still watching. I don't know how those guys do music faintly in the background forever. I just don't know. I really, really don't know. And before I forget, did you guys check out Dan's interview with the bearded lady? I gotta admit, I'm a little bit like, what the hell? People leaving nasty comments because she tried to come on and talk about herself and her life. I don't get that. I mean, it was amazing to hear her talk about things. And it was really cool the way that Dan handled it, even though I'm going to call the teacher out here in a moment and see if someone's going to go run and see, hey, Chris is talking shit. I'm about to call the teacher out. He said one of the meanest things ever recently. Yeah, we're going to deal with that right now. You guys know how Dan C's awesome, right? He doesn't talk trash about people. He put out a post and it was so insulting. I had to respond to it. Can you believe he called Elf the greatest Christmas movie ever? Elf. I had to correct him. It's freaking Die Hard. I'm sorry, it ain't Christmas till Hans Gruber does his little Peter Pan off the top of Nakatomi. That's all I'm saying. You're wrong, Teach. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I love you, brother, but you're wrong. Elf is not the greatest Christmas movie ever. Ever. Dan, my first thought was driving what? You had to go remove Sea Breezy from a really bad experience, bro? You had to go keep your hose in line? Whoa, hold on. What? Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Holy crap. You guys ready for this? Brother E-Rock, what's going on?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Oh, bro, it's been a week so far.
Yeah, heck of a week.
My kid's home on winter break, and I just want to kill him.
I'm actually off tomorrow, so that's why I popped in for a little bit.
Sweet. Like I said, it's open mic night,
Yep.
Oh, man, bro. Look at that magnificent little man of yours. Look at that thing.
Thank you, sir. I get compliments every day.
In awe, in awe, in awe.
It's actually a pretty big beard compared to some people in my country. So every time I tell them I'm from Guatemala, they're like, "No, dude," and I'm like, I'm pretty much like a giant.
See the hate. It's already got to come. Look at Vato.
Oh, Vato, he's a clown, dude. Who listens to that guy?
And he's like, fix that hat, SA. What are you? Ooh, fresh beard's hat. Nice.
Yeah, it's the only one that I have really that I use. So
Sweet. So you all set up for Christmas this year for your boy?
I mean, I put up the tree and some lights here in my apartment. Just like on the balcony door, but that's about it. No, nothing big. I'm honestly, dude. Vato calls me the Grinch, but I'm just not into the holiday, dude. I just see it as taking money out of your wallet, man. That's it's just me. That's the way I see it. As long as my son is taken care of.
Nick. No, I get it. You know, like this year, my kids designed a tree. They like cut it out of paper, put it up on the wall, and they made their own ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that, well, I've got to put it in a frame. It's TCT BNL inside a little ornament.
Yeah. Well, let me try this. There we go.
I'm like, oh my God, I love my kids. That's the first ornament they made. They had to come show me. I'm like, all right, you can live in my house another 2 weeks. You're fine.
But yeah, I this year I have to get new ornaments for my little tiny tree. Um, as a single dad, it's just a little bit tough sometimes. So um, I put up his little tree and some lights, and I said, hey man, I promise you next year I'll get you some new ornaments, but this year these look like they're done. He's like, yeah, that's cool. So we just wrapped lights around that little tree. It's almost like a little Charlie Brown tree, But I'm like,
But dude, sometimes those are so cool.
yeah. So I'm like, dude, you know how I am. I'm not gonna tell you don't do it. I'm not gonna tell you I'm not a fan of it. I do this for you. This is all for you, not for me. So
Yeah. I mean, like, I remember in the military, remember how, like, way long ago, I don't, God, this may sound bad. I don't know if you immigrated yet, but like in the early 90s, like the Budweiser cans had like Christmas shit going all throughout them.
mhm.
So you hung like the little Budweiser things right on the wall and you ran Christmas lights along the empty package.
I never saw. That I never saw. I was never in the military, but well, I think me and you have talked a little bit, but yeah, dude, I support this country so much, man.
Oh, yeah. And
These
by the way,
these Some
welcome,
of these
brother.
kids don't even know what they have, man, compared to what's back home. They don't know what they have.
And that's what kills me.
Oh yeah, dude. They have nothing else better to do but to pick on other people. So
I'm like, have you ever been outside? Well, let's just say California. You know, have you ever been outside that? And they're like,
California's another
oh,
country.
shut well. You know, oh my God. Yes, yes, it is. Beautiful scenery, but the politicians, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. We can relate. We
oh,
can
very
relate.
much so. But look, I'm hearing these kids talk about socialism. Let's go socialism. I'm like,
No, they don't realize what that is, dude.
um, you can vote it in, but we're
Yeah,
gonna have to military take it out.
yeah, yeah. No, I have so much respect for the military people. It's no joke, man. I respect them. I thank them. We need police here. We need firefighters. We need all that here, man. They just don't realize it.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna take any crap from a freaking crayon eater. Shut it, Kennedy. Shut it, Ripkin. Shut it. That's all I'm gonna say. My God. Ugh. Now, Vato, like I said, there's beautiful, beautiful scenery down there. Just really stupid politicians. I want to hear your rebuttal on that one, Vato. That's why I tell all of my brothers down there in Cali, you're behind enemy lines. I love you, but I'm going to pick on your state no matter what. Period.
Yep. Yeah.
And you know, Corey, I have said this repeatedly. I love the fact that the founding fathers were tobacco farmers, sheep herders, and cattle people. They did not want to be politicians. They went, they did their job, they wanted to go home. They were also smart enough to understand they didn't know everything. And they left ways for the Constitution to be changed. So I love that they had that much foresight to think that far ahead that we may have it good now, but who knows what's going to come 100 years later. So I love that. Ooh, I love that. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, once again, San Fran, what do you got? Ani Maxine, you got Pelosi. Now I'm getting, nah, I better stop. I can just feel myself going,
Watch everybody unsubscribe.
dude. I I did a live feed on the State of the Union. I lost 15 subscribers that night when I was doing a live feed and looking at the State of the Union, the
Yeah.
one where Pelosi ripped up the speech, and I lost it right there. And 15 people unsubscribed the very next day. I'm like, oh well, what are
Yeah,
you gonna
Nasty
do? You know?
Pelosi is another story, dude. Man, I mean, I have a sister who's a liberal, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's I just keep my mouth shut, dude, because I just rather just let her make a fool of herself, and but people don't realize what this country is really, dude. It's when I see the flag, and I tell this to my son, I'm like, when you see that flag, it's nothing but freedom. Those colors mean freedom. You don't realize what you have. I said, back home, man, some people live like in Guatemala, they live in these little shacks or sheds or huts, whatever you want to call them. They don't have carpet flooring. They got nothing but dirt. Their chairs don't even match up. They're like broken chairs, sometimes with, pieces put together. Uh,
Yeah.
our worries, I mean, you got these kids worrying about, like trolling other streams or whatever. There's people out there every day like, how am I going to feed my family?
Yep.
And it's like, we can just go out here, take a couple little steps and buy something, a snack for like what, $1.50 or whatever. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what inflation's changing, but over there, man, it's like you can barely buy anything, and it's like, man, I just sometimes just want to, oh my, I really just keep my mouth shut, but
And that's what kills me is I love the fact that you came here, okay,
yeah, I came here when I was 2.
and you wanted to be here. Now,
Yeah, well,
unlike, well, maybe Vato accusing you of getting, your mom told your dad go long, but
yeah,
still,
well, my story is a little bit different. My parents came here. I don't know if you know about the Revolutionary War back in the 80s. And my dad actually was working at a bank, no relation to Bank of America here, but
yeah,
Bank of America over there. And some dude's like, "Hey, we need you to do this." And my dad's like, "Hey, how do like, this is strange." He's like, "And we know you have these amount of kids and these are their names." And my dad got shocked. He's like, how did he know that information? So he went up to my grandparents, was like, "Hey, we got a dip." So he came over here. It was supposed to be for 5 years, and it ended up being 40 years now. So I'm
hey, brother,
42.
welcome,
Yeah, I'm
welcome.
41. So it's like I came here really a year and 8 months, but I say 2 years old. So what's a couple months, right?
Yeah, but it's like you still know what it was before and
Right.
what you have now.
Yeah. And also it's like, I did stupid things. I'm not gonna lie. I did stupid things. I wasn't looking really into politicians or anything. So I really didn't care. I voted for the wrong people and everything. And I sat down one day, I'm like, what is really going on here? And I woke up and I was like, oh hell no, what am I doing? So then I started realizing like, I'm going the wrong way. So, and some of my cousins, I love them dearly, but they're stupid as anything too, man. They don't even, some of my nephews, I had to sit down and talk to them like, do you guys know what you're doing? I mean, seriously, they voted for the wrong people. It's like, you guys don't even know who you're voting for. They're like, oh no, the school told us. I'm like, oh, it starts all from there, dude.
Yeah.
So,
And you gotta love Vato. You do.
Vato, man. Hey, look, I'll tell you this much, man. Vato's a very cool dude, man. We talk on a daily basis. We tease each other. We get on each other. He asks me questions. I ask him questions, but he's a cool dude, man. I can talk. We can relate with many things,
Yep.
We talk about, he's from Mexico and pretty much, the same thing of what I went through and all that. And he's a real cool dude, man. Even though we give each other a hard time, man, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, but his Instagram just scares me. All those semi-nude photos he posts every single day.
Man, when he posted it, he's going into the shower. I'm like, dude, you need to keep that to yourself. We don't know how much oil is going to be left over from the beard, right?
Oh my God, that's awesome. Hey, it's the season. You've got to, you know, you got to give him a pass every so often. You know,
Yeah.
Grinch's heart grew a couple sizes one day. I'm just saying. Oh my God, brother. It
But
is so
yeah, dude, man, I tell my son too. I was like, man, when you see a veteran walking by, just say, hey, man, thank you for your service, and he's done it a couple times. I'm teaching him to appreciate everything that he has, because I tell him, I was like, man, there's kids out in the world that don't have nothing, nothing. And he, uh, he's here, my son, I'll tell you this much about my son, man. He's a good kid. He's not a perfect kid. He causes trouble sometimes. He could get himself into trouble. But one time single dad, I take him to some side work. I make my, little bit of cash here and there just so I can make ends meet. And one day he comes up to me. He's like, Dad, I don't know what to do. I'm like, get to work. He's like, just processing. And, this is around 9 o'clock. Then, like, I get back to doing my job. When I bring him around, then I see him helping out. And the people I'm doing work for and everything, he does. I'm not saying, they put him to sweat or anything like that, but he did some work and they paid him. I was like, he looked at me like, those glowing eyes. And I was like,
yeah.
you see what I'm trying to tell you? You work, you get paid, and you get what you want.
What a concept, right? Seriously, what a concept.
He has bought. This is what he has bought. Has bought himself some shoes from Steph Curry, Under Armour.
Nice.
His own money. He has bought some Legos. This and he still has money left over, man. So sometimes he tries to buy the whole world, but I'm like, dude, relax. It doesn't work like that. You got to save your money too. But he has worked and he has bought his own toys and all that. So
yeah, and that's one of the things, because my parents divorced when I was in second grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really got taught a lot about money.
Right. Neither did I.
My mother's huge thing was, if you want to look at that electric bill, you better be able to pay that electric bill.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know how much it is. Hands off the envelope.
Yep. Yep.
But it's like, now every single month I make this joke with my kids. I'm like, all right, daddy's got to pay bills. And they go run and hide to like 5 to 10 minutes because they know I'm putting out money that I don't want to spend.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we're not going to make them mad. And it's a big joke. I'm like, you guys are costing me this much to have the TV on and you're not even watching it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, he knows, like, he does that too. Like, he leaves some lights on and everything. I'm like, dude, go shut off those lights. I was like, you don't pay the electrical bill. You'll understand one day.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like, when my dad did it, I'm like, okay, I'll just follow what he says. But now I understand what my dad was trying to tell me. So
yeah, because my son, we sit down every month now because he's getting older.
Yeah.
He's 13.
Yeah.
It's like, you've got to know this.
Yeah, my son's 11, so yep.
It's like when you're showing him that curve, it's like, we use this much, now it's going up because it's summer and the air conditioning goes down a little. Winter,
yep.
I'm like, why do you think I walk around the house go, turn the fucking lights off?
Yep.
I'm like, it's not that I like living in a cave. I like having money.
Yep. I know exactly how you feel. And plus, prices is going to go up right now too.
Oh yeah, winter. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, boom, spot on.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh my God. All right, but we're at that point where I usually flip over to mental health. But now that you're here, we're going to throw a couple things at you. You ready?
Okay.
What do you do when you start to get yourself spun up, when you know that, like, you've got pressures coming in? Vato's going, ha ha, that's not your baby, stuff like that. How do you get yourself back under control?
Man, I'm kind of different from everybody else. So the more I'm alone and process things, like when I drive, that's when I process things. Like I work 30 minutes away from I live 30 minutes away from work, and I drive sometimes and all that. I process so much in my head. Um the better I process, the better I deal with it. Confrontational, I'm not that very good because I can snap. And I'm very mellow. I'm very quiet. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. If you need help, I'll help you. But the better I process, the better things come out. So
See,
that's how I am.
you're one of those. I got to think it through. Got to think
Yeah.
it through. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
getting pissed. I got to step back. Let me process this. Okay, no, I get it. I get it.
Yep.
Because my huge problem, and I admitted it earlier, and I'll say it again. I have no problem saying it. I usually react quick. I
Okay.
go right to anger. You snap. You go right at it. You're coming at me. I want to tear your fucking throat out. I'm coming right for you.
I have moments like that. I don't blame you. I have moments like that. I can easily. I snapped at his mom the other day. I can't say why, but I snapped at her and I said, "You
I get it.
don't do that. Don't do that." I have my days where the Hulk comes out and but it's very, very rare. Very rare.
Clock turns into Vinny P. Just pressing cars. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool dude right there too. I don't talk to him. I don't know him that much, but he seems like a real Vinny P to me seems like uh one of those like high security guards. I'll beat your ass or whatever, but
Yeah.
inside he's like a teddy bear. That's the way I see him.
The biggest way I can describe Vinny P, and I know someone's going to get this back to him, and I don't care, Hulk. I've told you in messages. He will literally give you the shirt off his back without even thinking about it.
Yeah, I can see that in him.
If
I don't I don't have a IG. I don't have social media. I have nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur.
Hey, I got all the greats.
Yeah, I have none of that, dude. It's all toxic, man. It's all toxic, and everybody always tells me, hey, you need to like, I had a cousin come up to me. Okay. This was 10 years ago after his mom left and everything. And she's like, I got to the point where I was like, man, this is so toxic. I told one of my cousins, I was like, dude, just change the password to I used to have Facebook 10 years ago. I said, change the password. Don't give it to me. I don't want to be on Facebook. That was 10 years ago. And man, there's more light to life without social media, man. I spend more time with my son, dude. We throw the football around, we wrestle.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to say not to have it or anything, but it's like you got to know your limits.
Shaky, you okay, bro? Seriously. If you need to talk, bro, I'm here for you.
And if he does call you or anything, let me know, dude. I'll drop the call and
Yeah. No, in a way, I envy you because I remember a time, and yes, I'm dating myself here, before social media was huge.
Yeah.
I remember watching Reno 911.
I never saw the show, but I remember that show.
Yeah, when it was like Reno 911 Miami, when they went there, the big movie. And I popped in the DVD the other day and I sat there and I went, oh my God, this thing's old, because it had a MySpace ad for like Fritos or something like that.
I remember that too. I never had a MySpace, but
yeah, but I'm like, when MySpace was so huge,
I remember that.
And you thought you were some kind of computer coder because you were like changing your background and you're arranging your friends list, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
And where'd he go? Hold on. Ron, you sexy motor scooter, how you doing, brother?
That's another funny dude right there, man. Uncle Ron, that dude is hilarious. I die laughing every time he tells Dagan that he's un-American. I lose it there, man. That's freaking hilarious, dude.
Those two are so awesome together. I love their show.
They're like I see them as the odd couple, man. And those guys are freaking hilarious, man. They can make my day in an instant.
Like I said, you need me, I'm there for you, brother. No questions asked. Seriously. Yeah, but I mean, dude, Sean, think about it, man. that was something huge in your life, Trying to explain to someone like maybe Beard Code, which I don't know if you know who he is, Sean, but that's okay. The AOL dial-up screech,
I had
you
that.
know? And
Yep.
I'm like,
I remember that.
yeah, and I'm like, Code, you're bitching that Netflix is taking 5 seconds to load a video?
Yeah.
You know?
The struggle is real, right?
Yeah, I remember Netflix when they used to mail you DVDs.
I remember that too. Yep.
There was a time before social media.
Yep.
There was a time where you didn't have to have everything right on your iPhone. I mean,
Yep.
I
I
remember
remember
a
that.
friend got an iPhone and he had to have a credit check.
Yep. I remember when the little Nokias came out with the phone. You had one, you had money.
Oh yeah, the big brick.
Yep.
I mean, the
Zach
little
Morris phone.
brick in
I
the
call it the
bag.
Zach Morris phone. Yeah. I remember my uncle had one. He when the phones came out, and my cousin was making calls, my uncle would get pissed because they charged so much just for like a 2-minute call.
Right?
Yeah, it was like for a 2-minute call, it was like, what was it, like $50 back then and there? It was something like that. I don't know, but I remember.
That's why I was laughing so hard at like Hot Tub Time Machine when they're on the mountain and the guy's, skiing by with the phone. He's like, "You ain't gonna believe where I'm at right now," and I'm like, spending a lot of money.
Yep. I mean, we had what, like 10 different devices, and now everybody just has one, their phone.
I mean,
Remember
dude,
the camcorders was on your shoulder and you used to record everything? I remember. Oh, my aunt was, she went through cameras like you don't know what, man. She had like 5 cameras, and every time they got smaller and smaller. Now that she has her phone, it's like it's all there.
see, that's funny you mentioned that, Bill. I was about to bring that up. Like the old VCRs that the remote was actually a cord attached to it, and you can only go so far, or Atari, a joystick and one button.
Yeah, Atari. Speaking of that, I was just working at a house last week that still had their Atari box.
Damn.
I don't know if they had anything in there, but they still had their Atari box. I should have taken a picture of it, but thank you, Uncle Ron.
Right. And that reminds me, Ron, I'm going to reach out to you and Dagan. I want both of you on my show in the new year. I think that would be an incredible show to have you both on there. Yeah. See, thank you. Iron Wings gets it. You have to learn how to do math because you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket. Really, my phone. Thank you. You know, you know
Yeah.
how much I want to go back to my second grade teacher and go, suck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what was it like telling my kids we went to the moon with less computer power that's currently in your stupid little prepaid flip phone.
Yep. It's like there's no books anymore. Everything is on your phone. Dude, I was in, what was it, freshman or sophomore year when Netscape came out with the
Yeah,
internet, and they
yeah,
were
yeah.
teaching us how to use the computer. I remember that.
Dude, I remember in junior high when we got like the first Commodores
Mm.
and that dot matrix printed it. Me, 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 me.
Yeah, before that, there was Oregon Trail and the IBM computers. Remember that? Dude, man, the memories on it is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, but like your kids would be like, the monkeys are on the obelisk at the end of that one movie, they're like,
Yep.
"Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Yep.
ooh, ooh."
Yep.
I mean, my God, my little baby girl, the cuteness factor is telling me when she goes on Forged in Fire what she's going to make. She's 6. And she's figuring out what she wants to make.
Wow. Yeah.
Bro, I made the mistake earlier when my boy was screwing up. I handed her this and went, go get him. She smiled, drew it back. I'm like, nope, daddy's got that. Thank you. I'm
Yep.
like, I really don't want to have to explain that to a cop. I just don't. Oh,
Yeah, I tell my kid to stay away from trouble, man. I was like, don't cause trouble, man.
that's what I tell my kids. Your job at school is to go to school and get an education. That's it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, you don't need to be involved in anything. You don't
Nope.
need to get yourself in anything else. Your job is to get good grades.
Yep.
And if you're failing on those good grades, my job is to get you back on track to get those good grades.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, dude, Jeopardy. Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of I remember Jeopardy on that game. I remember that.
Well, true. I remember her 5-year-old before she grew up, but still. Okay, hush, you. Grade school in 2000. Shut up. Probably have a T-shirt older than you, bro.
Yeah, you still got to finish his interview, don't you?
We will when we get better internet connection with him. It will be in the new year when he's getting some new stuff installed. I've
Okay.
I've been there where if you watch the very earlier live feeds I used to do, it was bad. You just didn't watch the show. You listened to it as a podcast because it was bad.
Well, I just upgraded my phone.
See, there's another one. High school in 03.
03, man, I was working as a mechanic assistant in Acura. I remember those days, man.
I
But yeah,
graduated high school in 89. So, Sean, I will find you. Somewhere I will find you.
yeah, I'm surprised my phone is working because I was on the iPhone 6s Plus, dude, and it was dragging. It was getting real slow. The battery wasn't holding up, and I used to upgrade phones every year or two, but I got to the point I'm like, I'm getting too old for this crap. Forget it. So about 6 years, I held on to that phone until like it really started giving me trouble. And I just got a new phone like a couple days ago, and now it's like bam, it's working again. Like everything's instant, you know?
Right?
Yeah. And I'm like, man, these phones are just getting smaller, faster.
Well, okay. There's there's a really good graphic out there, and I wish I could find it. They were like when cell phones first came out, and they're like, massive. And it's like as time started to go and they're shrinking a little. Then when they got the internet, people found Pornhub, the screen size starts to get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. No joke.
Oh yeah, then dude, that's why you're having bad spotty thing, because I did in the beginning. It used to be painful uploading videos. Oh my god, it used to be painful.
Yeah, I
Now with
remember
the
those.
new internet I have, whoo, buddy.
Whatever, Vato. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. I really did it because I had to, not because I wanted to. I would have kept that phone, but the battery life on it, man, I had 100. I had it charged up to 100%, especially in this cold. I had it down to like 30% in 10 minutes. So I was like, the phone is done.
Oh yeah, like one of the first iPhones I ever had. It's like you leave it on the charger. I pulled it off, took 3 steps. God damn it, turn around, put it back on,
Yeah, yeah. The batteries on these are better now.
Oh, lots better. I mean,
Oh
my
yeah.
God, lots better.
I
When I
remember
worked,
people complaining because the battery didn't last long.
well, internet Pornhub, that's all I'm saying. I remember working for Radio Shack, and that was a great way to get their little service plan. Oh my God, you're going to have to replace those batteries a lot. Take this, we're going to do it for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, but hey, we're over that hour mark, and I hear my kids plotting something, so we're going to start hitting the wrap up. Don't go anywhere
That's fine.
because you're going to be part of this wrap up, okay?
Okay. All right.
Now, guys, like I said, tonight was a little bit different. We had an open mic night. I want to thank Iron Wings for trying to hop in at least 14 different times. I told you I get you, bro. E-Rock, brother, it's such a pleasure to have you on. You're going to have your full show in the new year. We're going to,
Yes.
speak.
Yeah, I move at the end of the month, so that's why I'm still, because I know other people want to have me on their live too, but I just want to move and get it over with, you know.
Yeah. We're going to cover a whole length of stuff with you. And I
Okay.
will say this right now, it probably may not be politically correct for anybody watching or family friendly, but we're going to have his true words and his true story. I can't wait to get that. It's going to
Okay.
be amazing.
Yep.
But one of the other things we do preach about an awful lot is mental health. I just watched Steven drop an amazing collab, that Metal Guy 1983, that proceeds were sent to help with men's mental health. It's very important because I don't think a lot of people really talk about it. And I do a lot on my show because, we're guys. We're supposed to be able to take whatever. We're supposed to be able to get kicked in the balls and keep moving forward. But every so often you can't and you break down. And it's one of those things that as a guy, you sit and you go, I can't do this. Now, I can't speak for E-Rock, but as a single dad, it's got to be hard breaking down around your kids with them going, Dad, are you okay? And you're like, just,
Yep.
you know, but it's one of the things we need to realize is it's okay. And when you're having a problem, it's okay to call somebody, which is why I throw this challenge out there every single week. Call 3 people. Call 3 people that you haven't talked to in a while. And I'm not talking about, you know, you boys that you go to the frickin' bar with every so often that you haven't seen in like 3 days. Call people you haven't talked to in a while that you actually care about. And just go, how are you doing? And then listen to them. Have the strength to listen, because you never know how you're going to help somebody. And I'm going to pull his name up right now. He's learning that it's okay to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I agree with you so much, Ron. You can only take so many freaking hammers to the nuts before you go, I'm done. But Ron, you got a lot of fight left in you, brother. We are here for you, and we ain't going to let you fold. So, whenever you get over your damn Jersey pride and that Yankee hat of yours that I swear to God you need to set on fire, no one should ever wear New York Yankees symbols. They're hate speech. Coming from a longtime Boston Red Sox fan, so. We love you, Ron. We got you. Now, I always open it up, E-Rock. Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, not really. Just speak out, man. Don't. I know as men, sometimes we're told, you know, keep your mouth shut and just take it. But sometimes you just got to talk to somebody and let it all out, man. I've been there. I've done that. So just look at somebody. Like, I have my specific people I talk to about certain things, because I know where their head is at, you know. Like for financial, I know who to go to. For spiritual, I know who to go to.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, speak out, man. Sometimes you just, I've had my breaking points, and I had to, you know, I'm not scared. I had a couple of moments where I just had to burst out crying and everything, but I got myself together and I'm fine now. You know.
Yeah.
So it's there's nothing wrong with the men to cry. Just make sure you do it either with somebody you know, and somebody positive, you know.
Yeah. But guys, like I usually do, I'm going to tell you tomorrow's video will be a Blade review. I know, big huge shock. You know, big huge shock. But we're going to have a lot of fun throughout the rest of the year, and we're going to hit this new year running strong. Like I said, we're going to do a double header the second Tuesday of January. So get ready for that. We're going to have one amazing guest, like I said, from this company, and it's not going to be Johnny. It's going to be something totally different. And then to follow it up that night, well, I'm not going to give that away yet, but it's somebody I've been wanting back on the show for a very, very long time. Finally got him to say yes. So it is going to be incredible. But guys, you know how much I love all of you. E-Rock, thank you so much for jumping in. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to hit the little outro, and I will see all of you in our very, very next video. Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest tonight, if we had one, and yes, I'm pre-recording this, or that you might have enjoyed an open mic night or whatever the heck just happened. We're going to try to do these every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever you guys are in between and around the world. Next week, we should have another amazing guest or something really cool for you to watch. Thanks so much for watching all this stuff, guys, and we'll see you in our next one.